Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither. It is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your humble host, Eric, joined by my beautiful co-host, quiet Michael Labune. Shh, shut up! You're quiet. First, before we get to funny memes, we'd like to find our place in time and space and sort of remember where we were. Today, of course, is Election Day in the United States, so everybody's angry and sad. Midterm poll, it's terrible for everybody. Everybody's worried about it. It's awful. Happened to tune into a little bit of the right-wing yellow sphere. I don't know what you call the anger porn over in those airwaves, but they were upset because voting was hard and tabulators weren't doing things. What do tabulators do? They tabulate. Just really a lot of Karen angry energy there going on. In local news, the big hubbub is that the Nieto family is selling the Champagne Restaurant Group to Green Street Realty owners. So pretty much everything that built downtown is being sold after 25 years. And that's quite something going on there. As we're going to press, a California ticket holder has scooped up a $2 billion jackpot in the biggest lottery payout ever. Winner of a $2.04 billion Powerball prize, $400 million greater than any previous record, not identified by name. But I can tell you this, he was probably a nicer guy before this.
I'll tell you this, that guy next to him, he wore his good blue shirt, didn't he?
This actually is Joe Chayad, who holds out a check outside of Joe's Service Center in Altadena, California. On Tuesday, Chayad received $1 million just for selling the ticket, and he didn't mind identifying himself because, I mean, $1 million in California, that's like a month's rent. So, you know, that's just average there. So good on you, Joe Chayad, for a month's free rent. A whole like 3 days ago, might seem like a million years, the January 6th panel gave Trump another week to turn over subpoenaed documents because, he's done so much good in the world. I think they think he's earned a pass. Fuck, I have nothing. I have nothing at all. In Halloween leftover updates, Jeffrey Tiedrick, friend of the show at It's Jeff Tiedrick, says, really weird how there were literally 0 instances in the news of kids actually getting fentanyl-laced Halloween candy. Gosh, do you think maybe it's just some bullshit made-up story?
They never think about that part,
No. And I pointed out, man, it's propaganda, man. Propaganda comes pre-written as a press release. They give it to the newscasters. Those guys don't really have to do their job. They just have to read a thing that says a scary thing that'll hook some viewers. Coming back after the break. I know, I did it too. Anyway, moving on. Another thing that popped up that I found pretty fascinating was that over the last 30 years, violent crime is actually down dramatically. Violent crime, key midterm voting issue, but the data shows that it is significantly lower. Violent crime is down from, a high of about 80 per 1,000 Americans to 16.5 in 2021. So 80,000 incidents of violent crime in 1993 and 16.5 now. But that is not what media does. Media has a strict policy of if it bleeds, it leads. And, again, people don't really want facts, but that now the fact of the matter is that the U.S. murder rate has risen sharply in 2020 from its previous period, in the 2010s. But murder is like the least common of all crimes. So we are now talking about murders per 100,000 people. The previous stat was per, 1,000 people, but this is murders, which is just 10.5 at its peak in the 70s. Renee, remember the 70s? They were so nice. Anyway.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, but we can see here in the chart that it peaked at, about 10.5 per 100,000 people, all the way down to 6, 6 through, most of the 90s and 2000s. And only recently, only in the pandemic weird effect, did it actually jump up to 7.8, which is a big deal, but is kind of an aberration. Weird. Anyway, just saying, but that is not the perception. And that's what I like to drop into the chats all the time, is that voters' perceptions of crime continue to conflict with reality. And this is just an evergreen headline, because if you ask people if crime is increasing, they will tell you it is. But it often isn't. It normally isn't. Reality is going down, but the percent of people saying that there's more crime runs about 60%, goes up, goes down, but it was way up in 93 when there really were, a lot more about anyway. So we're just, we're having elections, and they're just kind of based on mythos and anecdote, and it's driving me out of my mind, but I'm going to start drinking tonight. Barry, you're in the house, so I know you're out there occasionally in Brooklyn, so I thought you'd appreciate these stickers. My buddy Doug Henwood.
Sure.
Over there in Clinton Hill says these stickers are all over Brooklyn. And Michael, I don't know, maybe you want to tell the seminary folks the Messiah is here. And they got a photo and everything. He's right there. So
Moshiach. Yes. Yeah.
anyway, so if anybody was waiting on that, check that one off your calendar. The other 98% posts this story from Aaron Bennington, who says, my pregnant wife and I are seriously considering getting divorced so that she'll qualify for Medicaid to pay for the birth, and I can afford insurance for myself. I'm not even fucking joking. And I just thought I'd bring that up in this election where they're fucking talking about, insurance or they're talking about immigrants and crime and inflation and things that they can't even conceptualize or articulate. This kind of dumb crap is happening every day in the richest country in the world. Hey, a little memory here. Good. Let's see here. 9 years ago. Remember 9 years ago? It was Occupy Wall Street. Did you know that? Occupy Wall Street.
That was longer ago than that.
Yeah. Well, at least some of it was bouncing around 2013. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some Guy Fawkes mask guys in a suit, sort of the symbol of Anonymous, holding up signs that say banks shouldn't write laws. And it's like, man, it really is that simple. It really is that simple, man. IFL Science, friend of the show, IFL Science, posts a story headlined, being an attractive male is all about ball size, apparently. Yeah, beautiful males have smaller balls, a study suggests. Friend of the show, Chris Embry, says they're just more aerodynamic. As good an excuse as any, really, when you're looking for confirmation bias. You go, Chris. Brave. Friend of the show, comedian Jeff Brodart. If you're not following comedian Jeff Brodart, then you are missing out. Said, well, this is a really great review of my set, and the Looney Bin comment card has been filled out. And the circled part in the comments says, could not stop laughing. Sorry, very drunk. Smiley face, heart. Headliner, too funny to be allowed in public. Thought I was going to die. Oh my God, stop.
This is awesome. Comments, absolutely hilarious. That's really funny.
Anyway.
Dude, where do you know this guy?
Yeah, I saw him before. He and I both did a set over in Charlie's backyard.
I'm asking, do you know what Looney Bin this is? I bet it's the joint in Kankakee.
That sounds right. I mean,
awesome. I mean, neither Kankakee nor the Looney Bin are awesome. I guess I just meant it's awesome that I know something. Is what.
All right, just got a couple more here in the hyper local and comedian adjacent related news. I understand that it was somebody's anniversary. Is that right, TD?
Yeah.
And here we have Mary in a t-shirt that I'm sure she bought for herself on her anniversary. It says real
you would
women
be wrong.
Says real women marry assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I bought that for my wife a few years back, and
Nice.
I still say solid investment.
Nice.
Gentlemen, we're comedians, right?
Yeah.
Here's my question. Mary Teedy
Yeah.
is wearing a shirt that says "Marry Assholes."
Yep.
There's a joke there. I can't quite find it.
And
yeah, I can smell it, but I don't know where it is.
Like a TNA. There's a TNA joke here, right?
All right. So also, I would like to point out for comedic history that this is outside the Clark Bar in the Smoke Shack, which is a building that was apparently the first gas station in Champaign-Urbana circa 1920 or some crazy crap, and was moved to this location and is a historic place where we have all been hammered.
Yep.
Very true. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, got about 2 more and we will close out the news. This is my kind of a news day. Geologist finds rare rock formation inside rock that looks exactly like Cookie Monster on Sesame Street. And we do see it is a geode that has been sawed in half with 2 nice round googly white eyes in the middle of black borders in the middle of a great big blue smiley cookie face monster ending close thing. And I was like, oh, you're like, oh, Eric, that's so nice. And you always close out Facebook for the news for November 8th with an animal story. But that's not an animal. That's a rock. So it doesn't count.
It's cute.
It is cute.
Pet rock.
Cute. And maybe.
It's a pet rock.
Man, it would take a bit more than a microdose you 70s hippie to make this a pet rock.
I wondered if that's real, huh?
Yeah, that's a real thing. And as one of my friends pointed out, it's a spherical geode. So, I mean, the odds of slicing that thing right are, I don't know, 1 in 180. I don't know. I'm not good at geometry.
That's a good point.
But I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. So, yay. All right. And closing out with a cute animal story, as I always do. When threatened, a red panda will try to escape by running up a rock or tree. If cornered, it will stand on its hind legs and extend its claws to appear larger and threatening. Larger and threatening.
Is the cutest goddamn thing ever.
It is the cutest. Little red panda has tiny little short hands, so its paws are just kind of up, like just shy of its ears. It looks like it can barely scratch the bottom of its ears. If this is it all stretched out, it's like, hey, it's got little like index fingers, like barely touching its ears. Like, that's as far as it can raise its arms. It's adorable.
It's like John McCain.
It is absolutely adorable. The red panda, larger and threatening. That is a cute closing animal story for an episode of Facebook for the Blind for November 8th. The news. I did that in the wrong order, but I will fix that in post. It's going to be a tricky edit, but I'll probably pull it off. Now.
Yeah, that's in post.
On
in
round
post, they're going to
one,
be here to say.
One. And Michael has promised us that he has for this evening a nice, long round one.
Round one.
That's exactly right. This is the first round, the wholesome round, Eric.
That's right.
Trademarked wholesome round. Also, the big long round one. Here we go. Deep Web Italian at Deno_Tron says, roommate has date coming by later and asked me to clean because he's not home. So I made a Princess D shrine in his room. And then there's a picture of candles lit. Pictures of Princess Diana. There's some flowers. It says gone but not forgotten. And then it has Tom, the roommate. It says Tom and Diana, lovers separated by time and circumstance. So awesome. Okay. I guess we're just off to the races here. This is a picture of that gotta be fan art. Sonic, but like the hedgehog. Sonic,
right,
coming out of the shower. He's definitely very ripped, and he's wearing a towel. And it says, "Are you frying chicken, baby? Haha, just kidding. You make a lot of noise when you pee like that." Jesus memes for liberation. Friend of the show, Jesus memes for liberation. We love what you're doing out there. Jesus memes for liberation. As this picture, because everybody's talking about the election tonight. Well, this is an election map, and it says Democrats 0 and Republicans 0, Radical Jesus 538. And then you see, here's a picture of Jesus. He's got light shooting out of his eyes, and it says, under my rule, capitalism in the state will be abolished.
Awesome.
Love our Christians out there. Kristen Arnett at Kristen_Arnett says, me about my dog. This is me about my dog. My ride or die. Number one, throw myself into the sun for them. My dog. I would run off with your murderer if they presented me with a Cheez-It cracker.
Yeah.
Time Magazine, friend of the show, Time Magazine, is reporting that when you eat oatmeal every day, this is what happens. And it's a picture of somebody. You can see their intestines and stomach and liver there. And then you zoom in and it says, you see there's all these little microbes and each one is labeled nerd. So when you eat oatmeal every day, I guess you get nerd probiotics. Cyber Monkey, spelled P-S-Y-ber monkey, Cyber Monkey, your BFF Alex, says Jesus dying on the cross. Civilian. Oh my God, that dude made my coffee table. A lot of Jesus stuff. This one, whoever contributed this to Twitter, I must say your name got cut off because the picture wasn't formatted right. I blame you. I blame you for my crimes. Whoever you are, it says, sometimes I gain consciousness and remember Shane Dawson proposed on 2 knees. And there's this picture of this guy proposing to his soon-to-be fiance. And sure enough, he got down on 2 knees. It is 5. Trash Jones at Jay Zucks, friend of the show, Trash Jones. Love it, Trash Jones. Can't wait for you to come back. Says, our company is like family. Heart. We hate you. Connor Wood, another friend of the show, Connor Wood says, I am very against babies with iPads. Give them a Benadryl. Whale Fact at a Whale Fact presented this, tells us this little known fact about whales. Most whales don't own a single pair of pants. I don't know how many more I got here, but it can't be more than a couple. Maggie Winters at Saggy Splinters. I think I got it wrong because I didn't read the question marks. Maggie Winters at Saggy Splinters says, to the crying baby on my flight, please go to therapy. And this is my last meme for round 1 before I kick it back to Eric. And it's a picture of a cat who is greedily eating a biscuit. The cat is labeled me. The biscuit being devoured is labeled food that'll hurt my stomach later. And that's all I have for round 1. Back over to you, Eric.
That was indeed a nice long round 1. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. All right, getting into my round 1, the ostensibly wholesome round. I gotta admit, when I first saw this, I felt a bit attacked, but I reposted it in FB4tB, a weekly meme cast. And if you're not following FB4tB, a weekly meme cast, you are missing out. I captioned a weird role, internet people. It says, my family, why do you post so much weird shit? And we have the most famous internet guy with the beard just saying, it's a role given to me by the internet people. Passed along by friends.
I bet that's a real quote.
Oh, I'm certain it is. It looks like closed captioning. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he said this at a conference. This guy's on the con circuit. You know? Berman Supreme passed it along and I felt seen. So from friend of the show, Andrew Titi, I believe you posted this one from Recipes from Heaven. Bacon is 73% fat and very salty. Me too, bacon. Me too. Big plate of bacon with a smiley face and hearts. And I'm like, oh. You know what that needs? Syrup. Maple syrup. That's all.
It looks like Heidi Klum's costume.
Oh. It is kind of flat, frankly. This one was posted by Where True Love Is, which is a 9-panel cartoon. Says, you've been entertained by drag your whole life. Don't pretend it's a problem now. And it's Mrs. Doubtfire, Tootsie, Bosom Buddies, Monty Python, Klinger on MASH, Bugs Bunny as a Viking woman. I mean, you've been entertained by drag your whole life. Don't pretend it's a problem now. And yeah, quite a lot of interest on that one. And my friend John Hagenbrenner posted Snatch Squad. If you're brave, Google Snatch Squad. Just saying. I mean, it's kind of weird. I think the craziest thing that happened this week had to be Elon. Elon exploded all over the place because he bought Twitter. And friend of the show, Jeff Tiedrick, posted, and I posted, how about $8? Says, why is the richest man on the planet begging me for $8? And this actually created like 26 engagements, 34 comments, huge freaking threads, man. And people were like, oh, return on investment. I'm like, that's a long way to break even at $44 billion at a time. Like, I don't think you guys understand what $8 means in the context of $44 billion.
No.
Yes, at all. I mean, anyway, they got the picture of the kid, who's got the paperboy kid who's just like, oh, I want my $2 cash with the flip comb, switch comb.
What was this movie? Better Off Dead?
Better Off Dead. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway,
Classic.
a lot of attorney of the show says I can't
$2.
wait to delete my account. And this is what I got into with one of my favorite bootleggers. He says, Musk is not begging for $8. He's not blocking free access yet. He's saying that the price of admission to be verified. And I'm just like, dude, what part of any of that made you think none of us understood that? We all understand that. He's also a twit. And I was like, and why do you feel compelled to lick Elon's boots? And then he went on to lick his boots a lot more. Anyway, I was just like, no, he spent about 2/3 of that 44 billion is Elon's money. Like, he cashed out Tesla stock, which I guess was actually worth something, so he could buy this like tweeting company, which is just amazing. And then I looked it up, and he's in bed with Prince Bonesaw. Remember Prince Bonesaw? The Bonesaw guy? Yeah. He spotted him some money too. So I was like, no, that guy sounds like a cool guy to owe money to. So
just imagine thinking a billionaire was cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand these Elon stands. Like, just imagine how lame you have to be like, billionaires are cool.
Well, it's an interesting pattern, and this is why I always ask him, like, why? By the way, I absolutely loved Father Nathan Monk, who came back. Somebody said, it's $8, dude. And Father Nathan Monk said, yeah, if anything else in the world went from free to $8, y'all wouldn't shut up about it. Blame it on Biden. Gas went up by like 45 cents for a couple months, and y'all are still mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of traffic on this. And I was just like, stop stimping for billionaires. Their fortunes were built atop piles of generational wealth and untold amounts of human shrapnel. You'll never be one, and they're not sharing the wealth. Posted by the Real Fly Dog something. I can't read the rest of it, but yeah, it just search prototypical aristocracy, lighting a cigarette with a, in a top hat, lighting a cigarette with a $10 bill, stop simping for billionaires. I could pull it there. I could pull it there, Michael, and say that's the end of my wholesome round. And
that's all right. We're ready. Ready for round two.
Round two.
Boom. And we're off. Now, this made me piss myself. It's so funny. At Michelle Jean, I want to be very clear here, not a friend of the show.
Okay.
Michelle Jean, we don't know you.
Right.
Okay. She says, can you imagine today's youth storming the beaches of Normandy? And friend of the show, Hot Take Appreciator, says, I can't imagine today's boomers doing it. All y'all do is buy commemorative Trump teddy bears and post how to open PDF as a Facebook status. Michelle Jean says, oh yeah, ever heard of the Vietnam War? Mm-hmm. And Matt Tomic jumps in and says, no. Who won?
Damn.
Yeah, they were.
Wait, who do I need to follow again?
Yeah, this is pretty good. So Matt at Matt T. Tomic and
Tomic.
And Hot Take Appreciator. Sorry, Hot Take. We love you, but I can't read your handle because it's cut off. At Bad Baby Bear, I got close. Piper says, pug owners, my dog is the cutest thing ever. The dog, and it's a picture of Stewie with his eyes bulging out of his head. And really, really, really close. It does look like a bug. Cassie says, if he cared enough, he would figure out how to text me back while he's sleeping.
Oh,
friend of the show, Cassie E, 1919. Fucking hilarious. Cloudy at OnCloud_E says, look, all I'm saying is if Elon wants me to pay $8 for Twitter, he better post full nudes front and back like the rest of the OnlyFans girls. Oh, and this being election day, my dear friend Carrie sends me this every election day, and it's a picture of a log with Pooh and Piglet sitting together. And says, what day is it today? Or I'm sorry, what day is today? Asked Pooh. It's the day we burned the motherfucking Republican Party to the ground, squeaked Piglet. My favorite day, says Pooh.
Oh, God, wouldn't that be great?
Oh, man, wouldn't it be? Just wait. Just wait. We'll have the results of the election in a few months. Megan McCarthy at Mega Mama says, if someone can be CEO of 3+ companies at once, my conclusion is CEOs don't do much.
Yeah.
Here's looking at you, Elon Musk.
Yes.
Ben Schroeder says, them, are you okay? Me, from the bottom of a hole. Yeah, I'm just having my whole time. Oh, man, this is me. This is a picture of a flying squirrel jumping from one tree, fully outstretched like a dinner plate. And this is from E-Bomb's World, and it says, when you're a guy and you're bored in the shower. And I'm just going to let the fellas sit with that one. This says, stop glamorizing being a go-getter and start glamorizing a bed nook. And this is a picture of like Victorian era bed nooks with curtains drawn. Listen, I would fucking love this.
I would too.
We should have bed nooks.
Let's do it.
Brooks Otterlake says Q is too high up in the alphabet. I respect it, but it has no place between P and R. Should be at the end with the weirdo goth letters. The first comment says, you know, I've always felt this in my bones and never thought to say it, but it's true. And I gotta say, WXYZ, those are weirdo goth letters. I definitely agree. Yeah, weirdly, this is, I concur with this assessment. Well done, Brooks. You're a new friend of the show. Houston Angie at Houston Angie says, I took 11 shots of tequila in about 4 hours once. I woke up on the front lawn of my parents' house the next day. I lived 150 miles away. Apparently, a cab driver asked for my address, and I gave him theirs. My dad paid the $400 fare and left me in the yard. And I think I have one or two more. This is my last one for this round. Graham Linehan says, I found my son's book of bad superheroes. And then you just see, the first thing you see is just a page with like very childish handwriting and a very poorly drawn superhero-ish character with glasses. So I found my son's book of bad superheroes. And you see the superhero whose name is written Man. And then below Man is written the strength of 2 men. I gotta say, that's a pretty bad superhero. Just because it just would take 3 guys to beat him. Like it's not even like Man, strength of 2 men. Back to you, Eric.
Nice. Oh my, I have way too many for Act 2, and I feel bad because I try to be the king of variety. But the fact of the matter,
you know, usually I have a big long round 1.
Yeah.
And you have a big number 2.
That's funny. That's very funny, Mr. Labune.
Am I wrong?
So
everybody has their part to play.
it's true. We all have a role. We left off with plenty of people simping for billionaires and us telling them that's dumb. AOC got into it with Elon Musk. Elon Musk picked the fight. Here's his verified Twitter. I don't know how you even say this. And he's got the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez sweatshirt in periwinkle. By the way, lovely. Looks very comfortable. Says periwinkle supporter crew sweatshirt, $58. And Elon Musk has the thinking face emoji. And, $58. And AOC responds with, yeah, my workers are union. They have full health care and benefits like child care help, and everyone is paid a living wage. Proceeds go to the community acts like tutoring underserved kids. You're a union buster with an ego problem who pockets change from underpaying and mistreating people. I was like, damn. Oh, so good. And I was like, gosh, but who could go higher than AOC schooling Elon? Oh, it's God. If you're not following God at the good God above, you're missing out because it's God. He says, there's one thing we've learned from all this. It's that it's possible to be both the richest person on the planet and also extremely stupid. And Elon Musk, blue check mark at Elon Musk, replies to the good God above 100. Let's recap.
That's the first funny joke Elon's ever made.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, God, thank you, God. Elon. Wow.
Hey, even a broken clock's right twice a day. You know what I mean? Like the guy gets one good joke. Well, yeah,
Unbelievable. It literally has been my feeds have been overflowing, and it's all Elon, all this act. Here we have Eric. Oh my God, I've forgotten his name, but it's the famous 2-panel. And Eric is labeled Elon, and he is shooting the guy in the chair labeled Twitter ad revenue. And then he turns to the camera and says, why would activists do this?
No shit.
Andre. Yeah. So, he, and by the way, too, Twitter's ad revenue is way down with a lot of companies pausing to watch and see what happens. Elon Musk with a blue check mark posts, comedy is now legal on Twitter. And Elon Musk, disguised as Sarah K. Silverman, says, I am a freedom of speech absolutist and I eat duty for breakfast every day. Your account has been locked. Sarah Silverman says, what happened? We have determined this account violated the Twitter, blah, 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 blah. Elon Musk says, comedy is now legal on Twitter, and Sasha at Mommy Big Dick replies at Elon Musk saying, being funny is a crime you'll never be able to commit. Mommy Big Dick account suspended. Mike Ingram for everyone, friend of the show, Mike Ingram for everyone. If you're not following Mike Ingram for everyone, you are missing out. The Elon Musk bros are going hard in the comment sections defending him as he tanks the whole damn company. And we've got a picture of from Always Sunny, the Danny DeVito character saying, white dudes, when they hear Elon Musk bought Twitter, I'm gonna say the N-word. And then we've got the muscle bro who's yelling into the sort of model girl's ear, with the hand in the air. Says, I'm telling you, Elon is going to save free speech and protect us from the big tech billionaires. The girl's like completely disinterested. Yeah. Steve Rendell, friend of the show, Steve Rendell says, I am not making any predictions. I have no idea how this will play out, but the relentless trolling of the puffed up idiot Musk is amusing. Posted at Chaser, Elon Musk fondles dogs with the check mark. Let the countdown begin. And we have a picture of Elon Musk and a head of cabbage, like with the UK. Remember in the UK? And the cabbage outlasted the prime minister. Yeah, it's a head of cabbage. Anyway, live streaming right now, I'm certain. Friend of the show, Cho Lan No says, repost Ethan at Ethan _2K2, who says, is replying to @CultureCrave. It's a picture of two mannequins, and one of them is pointing a finger, and the other one is sort of crying and sort of huddling into the wall. And the pointer is labeled, "This motherfucker paid for Twitter." The one huddling in the wall. The one huddling in the wall with the blue check on their head is crying. Motherfucker paid for Twitter. And Rexon 112 comments, "You'll get over it. You used to try to shame NFT users, but it didn't work either. Try harder." And the person who's posting this says, "Used to." Used to try to shame NFT users.
Right.
He's got the embarrassed ape NFT avatar. Anyway, yeah, no, we're still shaming all of you. Crypto bros, Twitter blue checks, all of you, bootlickers. Friend of the show, Mike Murphy posts an article from The Onion, and I used to work there, so slight conflict of interest, but this Onion article is particularly good. You should Google fromtheonion.com. It's Elon Musk, please like me. It can be strange sometimes to be me. I'm like the wealthiest man on the planet, but you know, please like me. I swear. It's 2 pages of if you read it in the Elon voice in your head, it's gold. Please, I'll make you a flamethrower. Are you into Bitcoin? I'm into Bitcoin, unless you're not, because like that'd totally be cool, and I would get away from it just because. Would you please like me? I can go to fake space as many times as it'll take, bro. Jay Black @JBlackest replying to @Elon Musk says, "Elon, buddy, you're just radiating substitute teacher who's in over his head energy right now." Oh, face FB4tB, a weekly meme cast, repost Daniel Muggleton. And if you're not following Daniel Muggleton, you are missing out. He is an Australian comic who is hilarious. He has reposted Elon Musk's tweet of, "Twitter needs to become by far the most accurate source of information about the world. That is our mission." And Muggleton, who is Australian, says, "Weird move from the very person that 75% of Twitter is currently calling a cunt." Yep. Our mission is accuracy. @Elon Musk with the blue check, of course, reposts comedy is now legal on Twitter. And East Coast It Notes @Coast Notes says, "Elon Musk guzzles animal semen like it's his job."
Dude, when he wrote that, he just was asking the whole world to roast him.
I know, just giving it to him. Hey, reminds me that friend of the show, Brett Erickson, posted this. And really, after the cum guzzling from East Coast It Notes, probably should take this into consideration. Friend of the show, Brett Erickson, says, "Some of my best work is exposing you to some of my best friends' work." And it's Jeff Bailey from November 5th, 2021. Friend of the show, Jeff Bailey, saying, "When a comedian says something controversial, don't get upset with them. Try to keep in mind that most comedians are mentally ill, t-shirt wearing salesmen with drug issues, just traveling the country unmonitored, like a serial killer with merch. So yeah, they'll get shit wrong from time to time." I'm going to try that one more time because I didn't do it justice, but most comedians are mentally ill t-shirt salesmen with drug issues, just traveling the country unmonitored. Like
That's
serial killers with merch. Jeff Bailey, you are prince among men. Friend of the show, Chuck, posts this picture of the guy who's holding on to his bro and shooting whipped cream into his mouth in a very good-natured way. But the good-natured bro with a smile on his face is labeled Elon Musk. The whipped cream is labeled literally anything. And the guy taking a smiling mouthful of it is saying, "Weird nerds that think they are going to be rich." Yeah,
This
put it in
is-
my mouth.
One of the most aggressively dominant faces I've ever seen. This is fucking weird.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. About 5 or 6 more, maybe. Friend of the show, Meg Slay says Elon Musk is a sub. Good for him. Elon Musk with the tick mark says Twitter speaks to the inner masochist in all of us. Elon is a sub. How many of you got him like in the geek outfit, or in the what's the rubber one?
Gimp.
I think
Gimp.
yeah, right.
Sub Gimp. Yeah, in the Gimp outfit. Yeah, not just me. I thought so. All right, about 5, 6 more. Library think
I don't kink
tank.
shame. Okay, for the record, we hate Elon because he's an evil billionaire, not because he's a sub.
Because it's
all right.
No.
We love the subs. We just hate the billionaires. Let's be very clear about why we're making fun of him.
And if you were to mentally picture Elon Musk in a Gimp outfit, that is not shaming him.
I'm just saying, look, all I'm saying is if I was wearing a Gimp outfit right now and you started making fun of me by calling me a billionaire, it would hurt my feelings. I'd like it because I'd be into it. But I'm saying, like, I mean, if you're a sub, that's what you're into. I'm saying if like we make fun of subs for being billionaires, like not the other way around. We don't make fun of billionaires for being subs. You get my point?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's getting funnier every second.
Let me explain. My jokes are funnier if I can explain
it. Library think tank #ALATT says Twitter's verified check marks used to mean that you had proven that you are who you say you are. If you teach information literacy, this tweet is an effective way of demonstrating it isn't enough anymore. And a user whose handle is Elon Musk with a check mark, but who is actually Chris Warcraft, says, "There's nothing better than waking up and enjoying a fresh steaming cup of my own urine. Such a tangy way to start the day. And it's scientifically proven to help brain cells grow. If you want to be like me, drink your pee." Elon Musk.
A lot of people got suspended. Check mark accounts got suspended for changing their names to Elon Musk this week. This
yeah, but not before that. Not before a lot of simps decided they wanted to drink Elon's pee.
Right.
Futurism reports it seems like Mr. Musk may slowly be discovering that running Twitter is an absolutely horrible experience. Furious Elon Musk pledges to ban anyone who changes their display name to Elon Musk. Whoa. Again and again, I am reminded of those times when you are working with your buddy that actually does all the work at their work. Do you know what I mean? And something stupid comes down from upstairs and they say, "Man, the boss doesn't even know what I do for this company. If I was walk out of here." Like, seriously, Elon doesn't know what anyone in his company knows. They don't know. He doesn't know what anybody does. And Futurism also reports in a stunningly embarrassing about face, realizing its mistake, Twitter pleads with fired employees to come back. Dozens and dozens of the half unemployed. By the way, friend of the show, Drew Harmon, one of them, and no word on whether he was asked to come back, but he said he had already moved on and was happy about it. So good thing to you, Drew, man. I hope you're doing well. Got about 3 more here. Aggressive, sarcastic scientist posts Elon simps are pathetic. And we've got a 4-panel of a girl with looking at a manly man. And the manly man is saying, "I would never be a simp." And then Elon says, steals a 5-year-old meme from Reddit and posts it. And then the guy says, "At your service, my liege." All right, got about 2 more. Queens of the Stoner Age at Catabasist posts, the fun thing about posting mean jokes about Elon Musk on Twitter is, there's a startlingly huge chance he's actually going to read it and it will hurt his feelings.
Yep.
And that's going to round out Act 2 of Facebook for the Blind, the Elon episode segment. Dear God. Right
that
back
was
to
Eric,
you, Mr. Michael.
Eric's big number 2 leads us
Big.
right into round 3.
Possibly the biggest one ever.
The penultimate round. It's a picture of a forefather-looking white man and a woman holding the original flag. Probably the lady who designed it. I don't know. And says, "How should I do the stars?" And they respond, "Just spangle them bitches. We've got caps to pop and bodies to drop." All right, fuck you guys. That's funny. Zoe, friend of the show, Zoe says, "Being able to handle mosh pits and loud metal shows, but getting overstimulated and experiencing sensory overload the second I step foot in a Walmart." Which I have got to say, this is a lot of veterans. And I remember one time I was with a group of veterans and they were talking about how they can't go to Walmart because of their PTSD, and I'm one of them. And then one of our buddies who was never in the military was like, "It's really weird that you guys don't have any trouble going to the bar, though." They're like, you shut the fuck up. You weren't there." It says all the names are blocked off, so I can't tell you who these are. But we were talking math before the show. This guy says, "It's true. The 1/3 pound burger failed in America because they thought quarter pounders were bigger." And the first comment says, "Yeah, because they are." So he replies, 1/3 is greater than 1/4. 0.33 is greater than 0.25. And she responds again and says, "What are those signs?" America. Jay Marinelli. He reposts Melania Trump. Melania Trump says, "I just got home from Barron's band practice. He's in a grindcore band called Shit Christ, and Donald was dead face down in the toilet, which was overflowing with diarrhea. What a mess. It's all over his mouth."
Oh, no.
Yuck. Yeah, Photoshop is an amazing thing. Jay Marinelli says, quote, "I read it on the internet, so it must be true," end quote. Quote attributed to Abraham Lincoln.
So dumb.
And John Kennedy says, "Home Depot staff meeting. Boss, someone has been breaking all the wood. Any idea who it is? Me, tightening my green karate belt. Probably someone pretty strong." Kyle Kinane, friend of the show, Kyle Kinane. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, friend of the show, but it was last week. Sorry, Kyle. Give us better content. This says, "Hey, beautiful." And then this is at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then at 3:10, it says, "May God ignore you like you ignored my greeting."
Oh.
Ask Aubrey. He's taken a screen grab of her like Walmart online order, and says that there's going to be a substitution. So something was unavailable, and then there's a substitution. She says, "Hi, Walmart. I don't think mushrooms will work." And then you look, and what was unavailable was the Tampax tampon, and their substitution was a 16-ounce carton of whole white mushrooms. Fix the algorithm, Walmart. Lauren Dombrowski says, "Being on Twitter right now is like playing the violin on the Titanic, except we are also making fun of the iceberg, and the iceberg is getting genuinely mad." I got two more for round 3.
All right.
Johnny says, "Five Guys doing some serious damage to my guts right now." Obvious reference to Five Guys burgers and fries. Right. "Five Guys doing some serious damage to my guts right now." Laszlo responds, 6 when I get there.
Oh.
And Sean says, "What?" What I love about this is that there's no likes. Like, nobody likes these comments. This is just these two guys talking to each other on Twitter, and somebody screen grabbed it and made it go viral. My last one for this round is from Uncle Dude. He says, "Moms in the 90s watching you open up Christmas presents." It's a picture of Mel Gibson from the early 90s with his feathered hair, holding a cigarette and smiling lovingly. Nice. Mel Gibson did look kind of like a mom. And that's it for round 3. All I have left is my post with the most. See what you got.
Right on. Getting right back into it. I have a whole bunch of what I like to call Halloween leftovers. This one is a front lawn display. We've got a skeleton who's holding another skeleton up in the classic Dirty Dancing pose. And if you're not hearing, "I had the time of my life," looking at this, then that skeleton positioner failed, because that's exactly what it is. And I thought it was awesome. There's a full moon in the background. It looks great. And Had the Time of My Life is on one of the headstones in the background. Classy. Another Halloween leftover here on FB4tB, a weekly meme cast. Fellow humans, getting mad that poorer children come to your wealthy neighborhood on Halloween to get nicer candy and trick or treat safely has got to be in like the top 10 rich people aren't human funny moments. Fellow humans. This one was left over, and I meant to get to it last time, from friend of the show, Wobbly Blackbeard. And if you're not following Wobbly Blackbeard, you are missing out. We have a gentleman who is sitting in a lawn chair on his front porch, got a jack-o'-lantern. He's all set up. We've got a table that is laid out with huge full-size Snickers, Kit Kats, and Twix. And it has got a sign on it labeled capitalism. Down on the ground, we have a bucket labeled socialism. And capitalism says $5 each for the full size. No freeloaders. I have a rifle. Socialism is, free. Happy Halloween. Anyway, I have no idea which side this guy was pitching, but I loved it. My favorite part is I have a rifle. You see the violence inherent in the system? You see it? This was yet another one of the blank Spirit Halloween gags, which I thought was great. This one is the Spirit Halloween blank meme template costume. In the blank, it just says adult, and it's just got the orange swoosh and the white swoosh and the plastic packaging and nothing. It's a nothing. Naturopedic posted it's spooky season, and Jesse posted a haunted house, but for dads, and all the lights are on, period. All of them. For all the dads out there, did you get itchy on that one, Michael? I was like, oh, whoa.
Ooh, yeah.
All the lights are on. Nobody's. Oh.
Every single one.
Friend of the show, Joe Klosik says, and for those of you that found out about tonight's show on Facebook, thank you for taking time out of making Spirit Halloween costume memes to come out tonight. 4 days ago, very valid reason to do that. Very excellent. This next one I thought was fantastic. It is a Volkswagen Beetle. As a sculpture, it has been rolled into a ball. So it's a ball. It's a VW Bug as a ball, perfect with all the windows and everything. And it was captioned in my feed as sometimes beetles roll into a ball as a response to predators. That was pretty.
Never
good.
knew that.
Yeah. So and now you can picture it clearly. So I had to respond with this other one because as tax, and this is a